helm the administration of a 75-year-old institution is no mean task. How do you manage? So my question will not be part of your response. So you can say, it is a 75-year-old institution. Start that way and then answer.
CFAS has a rich legacy of 75 years, and of course with 75 years comes its challenges of being the head of an executive team here. For one, we faced, of course most recently, the challenges of COVID, having to shut down for a while and then proceed to...
That's not what
Okay, then what are you looking for?
I'm looking for, you started well with the antiquity, and then you want to say that, what makes the administration or the management of such an institution special or peculiar, as opposed to something, because you see, on the one hand, you have to, it pulls both ways, it pulls to the past, it pulls to the future. So,
Okay, I get what you're trying to say. Okay.
So, and let's start from the beginning.
Sure. CFAS has a rich legacy of 75 years.
Okay, you're too formal. I want you to do this. The tone,
Sorry.
right? I want you to be louder.
Okay.
I want you to take this tone.
Okay.
We are 75. That's the tone that I want.
All right.
CFAS has a legacy. That's more like an interview. Let's talk. I want you to adopt that. Okay? And yeah, we are reaching 75, and we are an institution that comes with, I wouldn't say shrouded, that has this mantle, that we have to carry, and the tone. I'm not talking about the method, the donation.
Okay.
And go.
We're 75 years old this year, and CFAS has always been such a rich cultural institution with so many people who have been a part of us. And I think from the very beginning, with its founders wanting to reach out to as many of its community as possible to showcase the arts in some way, in a way we've actually kept on with that particular tradition, and we've grown into an academy, of course, with more than 2,000 students. That in itself means that we have stakeholders from all over, parts of India, parts of Singapore, Southeast Asia, globally, and it's been an interesting journey of having to keep with the traditions, promote heritage, but at the same time look forward towards the future in terms of keeping traditional arts relevant to today's society, to today's youth, and of course keeping the arts alive in times that can be very trying. But at the same time, I think the beauty of CFAS and what keeps us going is that art has no boundaries, and we're still finding relevance in what we do, even though it's classical Indian, even though it can be niche to some people or elitist or exclusive. We've actually found a way to break all of those walls down and appeal to as many people as we can, not just in Singapore, but also I think in Southeast Asia. There's a lot more collaboration now, even globally. There is a space for Indian fine arts. So that's what we're working towards at this point in time.
So can your job ever be a labor of love?
As an executive director of CFAS, definitely this role that I have is a labor of love. There's nothing better than when I walk into the school gates and I get to hear the gungrus and the talams that are beating all over, and I get to hear voices singing, and it makes me feel like I'm part of something much bigger than just a job,
So you're a cog in the large wheel. Let's say that. Let's do something else. Okay. You're moving to a new premises, and you are at the helm. You're moving everything from here. Tell me, how long have you been here? Tell me about the move. And what do you expect in the new premise?
How long I've been here, as in how long CFAS has been here?
This primary the move. Let's sort of call it the move part.
In the next year or two, CFAS is actually going to be moving to its new home located in Middle Road. We've actually been a part of Starlight Road now for about 30 years or so, and there have been several generations that have been considering Starlight Road as their home. Now with this new move, there's definitely going to be not just a physical move, but in a sense, your identity or a place where you call home. We're just shifting house, basically. And the new place that we're going to has, all of the facilities that we currently have. We'll have studios, we will have classrooms, we'll have performing spaces, we'll have meeting rooms, an office, conference room, space for our teachers, and definitely much, much more. There's something different to expect in the new space. But it's just going to be sort of moving into a different house or a different place that you can call home.
So are you corporatizing?
Are we corporatizing?
Yeah, meaning it sounds very state of the art, and then it has a very corporate feel to it.
I would say that it's a place where
maybe you can use that. You can say sometimes I feel are we becoming very corporate because this is a old school. There's a lot of ambiguity. Then when you do that,
okay.
And go.
So there's a charm to the current premises that we have here. I mean, this is an old school, right? And we have a cafeteria that got converted into an auditorium. I mean, you're not going to find spaces like that in Singapore any longer. But when we go to this new place, I think people will be wondering, is this really something that's going to be, very corporatized, or will it have that same feel that CFAS always has embodied? And I think, I can definitely assure you that it's going to be sort of just a lifted image of what CFAS is. And we still stay true to who we are and what we do. None of that changes. We'll still have all the disciplines and all the teachers on board, and definitely be as welcoming as we are to all of our members. So it's just going to have a little bit of a brand uplift, I would say.
Last question. So there's this committee, and then that's you, and then the staff. So you have to straddle both. You have to speak different languages. So you have to straddle both universes, because the representations are different. Looking at both these. Talk to me about that. The challenges of your job.
Do we really want this in the documentary? Wait. Are you sure? Okay.